Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box of the Technical Trader at TechTrader.com. It's May the 8th. It's a Tuesday. These are the charts of the day. Well, an eventful day on Wall Street with markets whipping back and forth, closing with a nice little late rally to get it back to near even or flat on the day. I thought it was pretty good, and a lot of stocks we follow did well today. Let's take a look at some of them. Blink, a stock we've been trading for a couple of days. Let's look at it on a 5-minute chart. It's best seen. Popped, consolidated, popped again, consolidated, popped again. Now, I don't know if it's going to extend beyond that, but it did get up just under 7 tonight, reaching 695. Currently about 670 still. That's up another 46 cents above the close, or another 7 or 8%. So the bottom line is the stock continues to chuck up, and look, you can see that from chug along on the upside, 462 to almost 7 just since about 2:45 today. Now, I'm not saying it's going a lot higher, and it is worth looking at, because if momentum takes us any further, we could see 8 or 9, something like that, maybe. But I would really be careful with stopping this one, and I'll give you tight parameters tomorrow morning. Box. Well, Box Incorporated, been a beautiful rising channel for a year and a half. Broke out across the double top. It's accelerating, up $1.09 or 4.3% on 5.6 million. OBV is really moving here. But the top of the channel comes in near 27.5 short term right here, and then maybe it pulls back and maybe extended. Momentum is a strong thing, though, and until selling takes place, it did reach my target of 26 today, and my next target is about 27.5. Well, cool. Up on big volume, and this is now 6-7 days in a row. And let's see. 6 in a row and 8 of the last 9 days, the stock's been up. In the last 6 sessions, the volume's been tremendous for this stock. I'm now looking for 25.5, 6 range, 25.5, 3/4. If that's taken out, we could see a stock run into the 30-32 range. CRCM, beautiful long-term rising channel. You can see the pullback wedge breakout, some multi-steps up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, then a consolidation, and then another pop. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves before today's pop. Now, it looks to me like it's maybe headed for a 26.7 range. So let's call it 26.5 to 7. So if we do get the highs taken out, which will be important, the recent resistance highs right there at about 21, if taken out, could lead to 26.7. CRNT showed you last night. It followed through nicely today with another 4 or 5% gain, but it broke out of the flag. That's the key. I'm looking for a run at the highs here, and they're 4. Crocs, steady as she goes. It's been nice and strong channel. The falling wedge of late that came in recently was popped out today with a jump of 106 or 7%. 2.4 million, biggest volume on an up day going all the way back to January. So significant enough that tells me we may test this high at 17.5, and we get through that looking for close to 20. Swing trade DMRC snap back. The head and shoulder may be complete. It finished right on the neckline. I'm looking for 32.5, 34 zone, and then all longer term, 38. E-gain up another $1.40 or 15%. Broke out of that flag we showed you last week on the weekend webinar. Target, 13. EVBG also broke out of its wedge a couple days ago. It's been following through today in particular, jumping up to 42.5, but finishing at 41.30. Still up $1.65. 500,000 share traded, pretty decent volume for that stock. The short-term channel, 44. Beyond that, high 40s. FN broke out of an inverse head and shoulders today with a breakaway gap and held it, jumping 251 or 7.6%. The volume was 1.1 million, which is solid for that stock. My target now is 38.9 and 45.6. Should be a swing trade. HEAR, rock and roll. This stock is really, really strong. After forming the wedge in here, it broke out. It's been up 5 days in a row now. My target, near 11. IIN also broke a flag today and popped 415 or 16.6%. Looks to me like it's headed towards the top of the parallel channel, which comes in around 36.7. Legacy up another quarter or so. And the highest close we've seen since we've been following the stock. It's now come from near $1 to 6.5, and it may not be done. I'm looking for 8, and I'm looking for 10. NOVT been snapping back for 4 days in a row. Today was an engulfing bar that held the moving averages and closed solidly. Watch 63.5 going forward. We get through that. Target's 74. PI popped out of his base today. In my mind, ready to make a major move. It could be that these points on the chart are resistance right there. If he gets through this could go vertical. If it doesn't, it may back and fill. But I like the look of it. I like the volume today, up a solid 28%. All right, Repligen with an inverse head and shoulder breakout of the neckline today into the gap or near the gap. There is resistance right here and then 43, but I think the stock makes its way to the high 40s and beyond. Square with a good day, broke the declining top line yesterday, followed through today and took out the high here, the most recent high. So we're making now higher highs, and we do have resistance and that near-term target of 55. When we get through that, we could see 58. Ultimately, a lot more than that, but if you step back and look at the overall chart, it's a beauty. TCMD Tactile with a breakaway pop today. Almost a million shares traded up 631 or 17%. Looking for a run to the 55 area. Teladoc, after reversing 2 days ago, is following back up through the upside. I need this to get over 46 3/4. Targets then 50 and 54. Another new 8-month high for Tandem as it continues to press higher. At resistance here, but I punched through here and we're looking at $12. USAT broke out cleanly out of that coiling wedge type pattern. I'm looking for a run at 12 and perhaps 14 down the road. VCell, big reversal off to 50 and lateral price support as it got down to 11, finished at 13.25, terrific close. If we can get this solidly above 13.60, my next target is near 17. And finally, Valeant Pharmaceuticals, which had a couple of announcements of a positive nature and a name change, is exploded all the way up to like 21 and change and backed off to close 1977. Not a great close, but with volume like 53 million shares, I think we broke out today. I would use this pullback as an opportunity to accumulate for a run to the 23.4 zone and ultimately high 20s. That's the long of it today. And this is HP saying good night and have a great trading day tomorrow.